And them should know well. Gal them of the face, gal them of the figure. Remind me of the Benz, the Lexus and the Beamer. To have this girl would be my pleasure. She's so precious like the gold in all my treasure. Who are they to give me? Gal them of the face, and them of the figure. Remind me of the Benz, the Lexus and the Beamer. To have this girl would be my pleasure. She more precious than the diamond in my treasure. And then me say the gal deem them me body tense. Them look like some Lexus, some Beamer and some Benz. A good body gal me want to feature me ends. Look like some boy need some contact lens. Boy them chase the gal a while of them me a defend. Well a woman is a mouse and no pretend me a pretend. Boy I act like star gal a ox from when. Styling up the gal some way as can tell. Muggle with the shape make the punk head swell. Gal them no stoop low, them never yet sell. The killer say, oh no for pop star Michelle or Miss say.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are watching from. It's your BBK Sports Digest coming to you from the people. I told you I would stream. I was always going to stream. Couldn't get one in yesterday. Long flight to Atlanta. In Atlanta, places to go, peoples to see, hands to shake, babies to kiss. You know the life of a politician if you follow this club. I was doing the McHale, was doing some charity work and all them something there, but I missed y'all. I really did miss y'all. So I had to go outside my normal streaming window. I'm on the East Coast time. It's 9 a.m. right now. I would have been streaming an hour later if I were home, but I'm on the road and, it's daytime. Can't just lay in the bed and I have to get up and get my day started. So this is what it is. So big up to everyone. Appreciate you rocking with the BBK team still. Big up to Wahaha, our Man United ambassador. Hope you are good, sir. Man has no respect to you every single time. AJ, my guy, my mod. Hope you are well. Man has no respect to you every time as well. Now, like I said, I'm away from home. I had to unplug from my soundboard, my mic, and all this stuff. So if my audio sounds off or it's a little bit iffy, let me know before I start to talk. If you can hear me well, you can hear me well. If it sounds a little distorted, there's very little that I can do other than adjust my audio settings in the Mac computer itself. But what can I do? Yeah. But the show goes on. It's a travel Christmas up and down the city, up and down the East Coast corridor, up and down 95 North, Interstate 95. Think in the UK, you man call it the motorway. Well, most of it in Europe anyway, the motorway, yeah? The Autobahn and all that shit. We call them interstate highways. 95 is the longest one that runs all the way from Maine all the way down to Florida. And that's what I'm rolling with today. But there is news. There is news to discuss in the Arsenal camp. Loud and clear. Okay, cool. Big you up. Shelby just failed the maximum on 14th red. Oh, what are you talking about? I'm a little off. Big up to Monster, resident LFC Monster in the house. Big you up. Hope you are good, my G. Or by its proper name, motorways. Yeah, the M4 in that. Yeah, man, that's cool. Listen, when I'm in the UK, I'm oblivious to what the hell is going on. I get driven around, and I get fed. I get drinks. I'm very well taken care of when I visit the UK, so I never really pay attention to much of this stuff. Yeah, you know what? It's a series. I've messaged people privately. Something happened. Something happened to Mr. Batter. It's not a case of him hiding. He wasn't that top. He was around for the first five. The 5-0 top of the league, he was around. Coincidentally, he kind of fell off the radar at the same time the Liverpool title charge crashed. But something happened, And I don't know. If anyone see Mr. Battered in the spaces, please tell him to come back this way. But there's something there. Because there are other men who disappear from the spaces, or I won't say disappear from the spaces. Disappear from this chat, will disappear from Views chat, but we see him in other spaces. Boy 10, we see him. So we know that man has man is still in the spaces, but something is off with Mr. Battard. And I don't have any Singaporean military counterparts that I train with. That's not our part of the world. The units that I'm in that I could reach out and be like, hey, soldier to soldier, can you look out and see if you can find this guy for me? But yeah, but all the best wishes to him. But he was a valued member of the community, and we look forward to have him come back around. Talking about the snooker, you should check it out. Well, how makes the recommendations? I'll check that out. Big up. Damn, everyone getting the flu. My wife has the flu. The kids have it. I got my medicine still. Big up. Big up to Adam Lamino. Say, I need one signing in January, a new manager. I'm here for it. I'm all about a new manager, That might be the biggest signing that we make. Remember over the summer, everyone was talking about the biggest signing of the summer is Mrs. Guardiola staying with Pep Guardiola, because Pep was losing his shit last year because his personal life was in disarray. And, she stayed, didn't take the house, didn't take half his shit. And look at City in striking distance. And they're all in harmony. While the entire Arsenal fan base are fighting with one another right now. Stricto with everyone and all that stuff. And all that we're going to get into, people. We're going to get into it. But let's get into it right after we acknowledge our Don, our favorite cousin, big boy of the chat, man like E. Ross.
Maybach music.
Love and hate can never be friends. Oh no.
One blood, one blood, one blood.
Here I come with love and not hatred.
But I'm so solid as a rock, they just can't stop me now.
Maybach music.
Yeah, you know what? One blood, one love. That's what we need in the Arsenal camp right now. We can't have man with Stricto out here fighting with everybody. Man is out here beefing with everybody. Out here beefing with DJ. Out here beefing with Jez. Out here beefing with Northside. Like at some point, the common denominator is probably you. Because you always notice that a lot of the top gooners, when they disagree with a point that's not logical, that's completely emotional, they resort to violence. See me outside. Let me come see you. But we're talking about football. If you keep it strictly to football and you completely refute all their points with logic, rationale, and all them things that they turn to, I ain't got nothing else to say, so let me do an emotional reaction and try to fight you. You want to go at Jez, a senior citizen, an old man. I want to call DJ an old man, but DJ is a senior in these spaces. Pick on someone your own size, bruv. In Jamaica, we have this saying, we said, don't know who for frightened. Like, people know who to pick on. Because Stricto don't say those words to certain people. There's certain people that he says certain things to. Like the YouTube badness, like I'm a gangster on YouTube, keyboard warriors and all this stuff. I know you're not typing, but you're on a platform and you're sitting there telling someone, come see me outside because they disagree with your footballing opinion. Or you get that rattled that your football takes a shit that you get offended that someone calls you a family man. You know how rattled you have to be to take that shit out of context? That is crazy to me, Crazy to me. But big up, man. We'll get into all of it. E. Ross in the building, man. Big him up. Maybach music. I told Nems and Boy 10 to get their asses back over here, but it looks like it's falling on deaf ears. Yeah. So yeah, Boy 10 will circle back around when the time is right. So I'll put in the title: Should we put on a dominant performance at Phil Dickinson Stadium this weekend? He will circle back. But right now he goes into the other chats that are much more I don't want to portray that this chat room or this comment section is toxic, because we're not. We say what we say, but there are other chat rooms, other comment sections that are much more benign, much more forgiving. So I see him in those, which is cool. Which is calm. but he knows there's a heavy dose of accountability waiting for him over here. you know, like that. So when they want to take a slice of that humble pie, of that accountability, come on over. Because when we walk out on Saturday or whenever we play, whenever we walk out, Man City will be above us in the table. Because I don't know who Man City got, but they play before us and they probably will win. So they'll go above us. So all of a sudden, after match week 9, all that chest, all that giving it, look, we're no longer top. Now we have to win. We have to win at Everton for your chest and all the other stuff that you were pumping to be validated. Completely. The frauds, dodging realism, and the backlash, says Wahaha. Yeah. Listen, imagine Wahaha turns up every day in all the spaces with some of the results Man United has been getting. Knocked out the League Cup to Grimsby in August. To lose it at home to a 10-man Everton. Conceding 4 goals at home to Bournemouth. And he's here every day. Not because he calls the manager, because even though I'm Arteta out and I'm completely on this side of the fence, when I go on other streams, people still throw corn at me the way they throw it at any Arsenal fan, because rivals don't have time to divide us up into top gooners, and they lump us all together. So I have to hold corn for shit that Hook says. I have to hold corn for shit that Stricto says. All them, man. Whenever I go on the panel, it's these Arsenal fans, They don't separate us. So have to hold court. Dio doesn't want to smoke, and Nems is on the ban list because Nems is a fraud. Right? The fraud thing is real, because like imagine LFC Monster disguising as an Arsenal fan to get clout. All right, just say who you are, brother. If you were a Liverpool fan, say you were. Anfield the Red, LFC Monster comes around here every day. Monster is a mod on the channel. Where did he get this idea from that he had to fake being a fan? You know what I'm saying? And I see him with wrenches on other channels. Like, these men must not know who the fuck he is. He can't buy minutes. Listen, Adam, I'm of the opinion that we will not see the best version of Arsenal, this crop of players. We will not see the best of these crop of players until Mikel Arteta leaves the club. 100%. Because it's going to take a fresh set of eyes to come in with no emotional attachment to Havertz, to Odegaard, and to any of the players who are playing in positions where they are better suited to play elsewhere, or players in the squad are better than said positions. For example, say a Roberto De Zerbi comes into the squad, comes to manage Arsenal, Oliver Glasner, Luis Enrique. All of a sudden, that new manager might look at the Arsenal squad and say, you know what? Our best attacking lineup doesn't have Odegaard in it. It actually has Eze and Ethan. And the Declan or a Zubimendi, not both of them. That will not happen under this manager. It will not. Our best version of Arsenal has to include Kai Havertz and Odegaard in it. And it has to include Rice and Zubimendi, not one or the other. So that puts Eze out the squad. And just like you said here, Ethan can't buy minutes. He can't. So yeah, I understand where you're coming from, my G. Big up to Kwaja. The intro as always. Here, Eros. You know it. You absolutely know it. We got 18 locked in. Can we get to 15 likes, people? Big up. Let's get there. When the aliens announce themselves to Earth things and meet our leader, they're landing on Eros. Hey. Oh, there, Eros says, see, I can't do it. I can't even top that. I let Monster do the intros from now on. So, Monster, from now on, when you're in the chat and you see Eros, alert me with the intro like that, then I'll drop the music. Yeah, but that's one love we are dealing with. That's why I played that intro this morning, because there's too much fighting going on in the fan base between Stricto and everybody. He's man is beefing everybody over some footballing opinions, not this footballing discourse. Man is trying to, I need to see you outside. Nah, I don't think he would say that to me, but I think he's saying that to Jez and DJ. Like, why would Jez want to square up with you? Jez looks like he's 115 pounds soaking wet with work boots on, and he's old. People don't like to be called, but Jez, we'll call Jez. That's why he is the Arsenal encyclopedia. That's why he was hosting a quiz on Arsenal history the other day. And Stricto wasn't. And Igal can't. Because they don't know the history of the football club. You're going to tell that old man, you're going to call that old man a pussy old. And come on, brother. We can do better than that. Should be banned from community wide. If you ask me, Liverpool, he's no Liverpool fan, just like he wasn't an Arsenal fan. We don't even know at this point, because once you lose your credibility in it, it's mad. He needs to leave 100%. Hey, they need their safe spaces. I think we're good over here. I think we're good over here. I watched a little bit of that stream last night. Says E. Ross with Stricto. It's really unfortunate that he couldn't just sit there and have a rational discussion. He can't, and that's the thing. When it's not rational and it's not logical, what's the other? It's emotional, right? So when he goes at Northside and say, "Hey, you're the most feminine," bro, it's Stricto. You're the one being emotional. So if anything, you're the one with the feminine energy in this conversation. But they're so self-unaware, so out of touch, all because they love the energy and people call them out for it. In what walk of life, when you call someone a family man, is it offensive? When we're the ones who choose to become family men. For a wedding to happen, a man must propose to a woman. That's why we are in charge of marriages. We as men are in charge of who becomes wives, because a proposal has to happen from us. Unless there were women out here going down on one knee that I don't know about. So when we make the decision, we go down on one knee in public and propose to a woman to become our wives. So we make conscious decisions to become family men. And then you take offense to being a family man or someone calling you a family man. What in the everlasting fuck am I missing here? No other reason than you're having an emotional reaction to someone calling you out, because it's not rational, like E. Ross says. And it's not logical. You're just being an emotional little bitch. Stricto's a bum, and so is Dan Potts for allowing him to run his dirty mouth. Now, I do agree with that. Dan Potts has a problem now. He does have a problem. Now, problems can be solved. This can be solved, but he can't let this go on. Because the Arsenal roundabout is meant to be top gooners, base gooners like myself. We don't do the bottom thing. We're not saying bottom gooners. It's top and base, foundations. For that show to run, you can't have Igal, Christian, and Stricto on it. No one will watch that shit. No one. But if you're going to have Shane and Jezza on there with those, man, people will watch it. And big up to Kenny Ken, because Kenny Ken, Jesus. Why didn't Stricto say that to Kenny? Kenny disagrees with what the hell he says. Kenny is the OG. But you see that damn Kenny Ken, that Kenny Ken look like he can bench press a school bus. How come Stricto ain't telling Kenny Ken to meet him outside? Not that Kenny Ken was being disrespectful or anything like that, because Kenny is the most respectful guy that I see on YouTube. Imagine having the patience of a Kenny Ken to know all you know about Arsenal, to know all you know about football and tactics, and sit there and listen to them man talk. It's an hour and 45-minute show, and Stricto and the gal be talking for an hour and 30 minutes. And then Kenny Ken gets 50 minutes of time, and he knows the most about football. He has more football knowledge than all them men combined. So he disagreed with most of the shit that Stricto says, but why Stricto ain't trying to step to Kenny? Don't be no oof and frightened. That way I said. Big up to Mr. Pads. Man has done respect. Hope you're good. Dan M. Oh, my brother. The Waffle Don, the Waffle Deezy is in the house. My brother. The living definition of a keyboard warrior. This is my season ticket. Go pick your shit up. You know your ass gonna be right back in the stadium. City play West Ham. Oh, Jesus. 4-0 at halftime. Yep. The big blue shark. The big blue shark smell blood. That blood is that they play first. They have an opportunity to send a message to Arsenal that they're serious in December. Right? I was asking the question many, many moons ago. Do we trust Arteta with a 6-point lead with 87 points to play for? That's when it was 87 points. I think that's what. 66 points left to play for. How many games we got? So 22 games left. So that's 66 points to play for. That's where we at. I was asking, do we trust Arteta with we went down a list of things that we trust more than Arteta with a 6-point lead. One of the things was, do you trust a fart while you have diarrhea? I wasn't trying to gross the chat out, but that was the analogy that I was using, because we are Diarrhea FC. Mikel Arteta has been shitting up the place for 5 years now. And by shitting up the places that we've been winless for 5 years. You've been shitting up the place. He is Mr. Diarrhea, Mikel Diarrhea. And this season, with a 6-point lead, that is a fart. I don't trust it. A 6-point lead on Man City? Hell no. Maybe on Liverpool, maybe on Chelsea, because they're not typically chase people down. They typically run away with the leagues. But a 6-point lead on City is a fart. And Mikel Arteta is diarrhea. So do you trust him? Hell no. You trust him if you want to. It'd be a shitty situation. Pun intended. Big up to man like Static, the legend. Grimsby, you know. Big up to Mr. Pads. VBK, is that true that Grealish and Dewsbury Hall will miss the game? I already know that Gay here and Njai will be. I heard something about Dewsbury Hall is out. He's definitely out. He got injured versus Chelsea. And I heard something about Grealish. Maybe a game time decision. But either way, the legend that is Shane Gooner is saying that if all these players are out, it could even be a bigger problem, because now they would play 2 banks of 5, ultra low block, which is an excuse that they use to give Arteta an out. Why we can't play down low blocks, which I think is complete fuckery, by the way. Right? Low blocks what? Low blocks FC. What are we talking about? Pep's been facing low blocks for 9 years now. Since 2016-17, Pep's been facing low blocks. He's won 6 Premier League titles. There is a solution for low blocks. It's called attacking football. Wenger used to face low blocks all the time. He played attacking football and unlocked the shit out of him. What are we doing? But it will be a low block, and it will be a problem for Mikel, and we know this to be true. Now, let's be clear, a football club, we do have injuries at Arsenal, but the injuries are back there in our back line, right? Saliba's back. Gabriel and Mosquera, the injuries are back there. Going forward, Ethan is fit. Jesus is back fit. The only attacking player we have injured right now is Havertz and Trossard. And Trossard is knock 75%. So we have enough attacking power to unlock Everton. Now, your move, Mikel. Do it. Big up to AJ. They're in Waffle Down stream, but they dodged the raid. Hey, you know, that man probably unsubscribed to the channel. You know, I don't have my my notifications for subscribers public, so I don't know who's subscribed, who's unsubscribed. But he's probably one of them who's unsubscribed, because the numbers go up and down daily, you know. But this is what a gallantly they chickened out, this is how you kind of lose respect for some footballing opinions, you know, not lose respect for people, for him as a person, right? Because we respect people and we respect people, but your footballing opinions will take a dip. Imagine if I only streamed when we win. Yeah, so imagine, you know, we beat Leeds 3-0, we beat Forest 5-0, and then I'm on the internet playing music, and at the top it's just us and Top Farm and all these things. Then we go to Liverpool, we go to Anfield match week 3, we shit the bed, and I'm busy. Yeah, but then we come back, you know, and we beat Brentford 2-0, and I'm here. Then we go lose to Villa, back in my shell. Would you all respect that? Hell no. It's mad they be in Waffle Down stream, but it's not here. It's cool, man. It's cool. Big up to Waffle Down. Someone has to entertain them, man. That's it. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I get it. I don't watch everyone. You know what I mean? Big up to Social. Now we're talking about Stricto and beefing everybody in the Arsenal community because they disagree with his footballing takes, or men want to have a go at DJB and Jez, and allow it, bruv. Come fight me. You want to fight someone, brother? Come fight me. Pick on someone your own size. I'm under pressure now. I feel the use the best intro. Hey man, you got man like Wahaha, you got man like Dr. Seymour Butts. The man are nice with the wordplay, you know. So I'll call them out too, but you're first. The issue between Stricto and Jez is limited that the channel should put like no swearing or no personal attack. You're on mute. That will avoid these kind of situations that you're looking for. I get that, Mark, but the thing is, sometimes when you're hosting a panel, that can be difficult because when you're hosting a panel, you have the talking points that you want to get to. You have the chat that you have to monitor for super chats and stuff like that. And you have to make sure that you have airtime equity amongst the panel, which I think he can do better at because I think Igal and the top gooners talk too much, right? There is no reason, there's no way Kenny should sit there for 40 minutes and not speak on a six-man panel. No, that's a fuckery. No. He should talk the most. He has the most knowledge and the most to say. Them men who are new should be listening more than they talk. So when you're the host, it can be difficult. So I give Dan Potts some grace there. And you know the Car Crash TV is good for the YouTube algorithm. You know it is. It's one of the things that I hope I'll never have to do to get those type of numbers. But it is good for YouTube. But yeah, I completely hear what you say. And and the thing is with you can tell Stricto no personal attacks or none of that stuff. At some point during the podcast, they say enough dumb shit that's going to invoke a reaction from someone on the panel, you know. But I completely agree. Definitely should move them. Big up to Sabi Pinky. Enough love. Big up Sabi. Take off your panty now. Big up to my bro Catch. I think Catch is over there doing a reaction as well to the madness. Yeah, Maryland people in the house. Kenny Ken ain't no pork chop. You know, he will never say the shit he says to DJ to Kenny. Meet me at the no, he won't. Damn Kenny. Yeah. On Northside Stream, it was being talked about families can make people disappear and shit way too much for sporting opinions. Oh, okay, gotcha. Sound like low quality convos, not everyday panel show. Gotcha. Kenny Ken he is, man. I've had the privilege of streaming with Kenny Ken on Off Topic on Shane Gooner's channel, and you talk to Kenny backstage, even on stage. But you talk to him backstage, yeah, the nicest guy. But I guarantee you, he ain't no punk bitch. You know, so a certain man telling DJ and Jez, meet me outside, I want to see you, or telling Northside is a slender dude, slender build, about 5'8", not a big guy. So I would bet money on it. No matter what Kenny Ken would say about Stricto, Stricto will never get on the camera and say, Kenny Ken, I need to see you. He will never do that. He knows who to pick fights with. Ross, I got one more in mind, but I still got to word it right. Hey, yeah, make sure you word it right. You can get a huge pause out here. Stricto acting like Jason Statham in the movies as if he's a tough guy. Yeah, man, is just out here just doing too much football, bro. Football. These people, Mr. Pat said, these people will never meet each other in real life. Arguing with someone online is just a waste of time and energy. Yeah. So, you know, like when I see comment sections of people, I'm like, bro, you could be arguing with a 15-year-old in their drawers in their mom's basement. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just allow it. It's funny you mentioned Kenny Ken. I was gonna say be awesome to get him on a stream. He is so busy though. He is so busy. But you can I catch him on the Bruce Banana sometimes on Off Topic on Shane Gooner's channel. But yeah, I talk to him all the time on the phone. You know, I message him. I get sometimes when there is something, I'm seeing something on the TV. If I know he's at the game, I'll send him a message and I'll say, hey Kenny, when this sub was made, was what's the name warming up? Because I wonder if that was a pre-planned sub or that was a reaction to something that was going on in the game. From my own analysis before I go in on Mikhail. Pause. For example, the Fulham game, when we scored in the 58th minute and then 2 minutes later, Eze is hooked, I asked Kenny, hey, was someone warming up prior to us scoring that goal? Or was the goal the trigger for someone to be warming up for him to hook Eze? Because that type of information you can't Google, right? So him being in the stadium can tell me that, and from that I can formulate an opinion. when someone said, well, it was a pre-planned sub. Well, if it was a pre-planned sub, he would have been warming up already. That happened way too quickly for it to be a pre-planned sub, them type of something. But I do message him quite frequently, especially on game days. But he is a wonderful human being, man. I'm not going to lie. It makes them feel like they belong 100%. Big up to my boss. Why his yuck arrest? Oh, shit. Why? Yep. I hear it. Here's the thing. The Gyökeres police needs to arrest Mikel. That's who they need to arrest. This is his offensive system. This attack or the lack thereof is down to him. The players are there. These players know how to play attacking football. They're just not allowed to. No one can be on here telling me that wait till Havertz gets back. Like, brother, Havertz is not a new player to this Premier League. We've seen Havertz stink up this Premier League for 4 years. I'm not just limited to his time at Arsenal. His time at Chelsea was stinky. Let's not forget that. His best attacking output at Chelsea was 11 or 13 Premier League goals. I don't even blame Havertz at this point for not being able to bang 20 Premier League goals. He didn't score 20 Premier League goals in the 3 years he was at Chelsea combined. 18 Premier League goals total. He made a living of that Champions League goal, and they couldn't wait to get rid of him. They couldn't wait to give him to us. So what's the why? Like a short-term memory, they're going to imply that something different is going to be. No. We saw him when he came back against Newcastle last year. It was the same clumsy Havertz. Nothing new. 22 of you locked in, you absolute legends. Smash the like if you may. Greatly helps the channel out. But I don't know why. Yeah. And I'm gonna double down on this. Typically I don't like to be wrong on strong on things, but I'll double down on this, and I will say I will reserve my opinions on Gyökeres until I see a compilation of him missing clear-cut chances for this football club. Until then, I'm going to hold what I got. Yes, he can do better. It's not his fault that he's being sabotaged. It's not his fault that Mikel is not putting 2 attacking tens behind him and playing him through on goal. But it's his responsibility to do better with the limited chances that he does get. Completely agree there. Like Wahaha always says, Mikel is not blameless. Gyökeres is not blameless. They both have a part to play in this. But if you allow Victor Gyökeres to pick the starting lineup to get the best out of him, you think he's going to pick Moreno, Rice, and Zubimendi and Odegaard behind him? No. He's going to be like, you put one holding midfielder back there in front of the best defense in the Premier League that you got, and give me nothing but attacking players. Whenever they get the ball on the half turn, I am there. Play me through. On the ground or in the air, doesn't matter. I'd rather have diarrhea than Arteta as a manager. Hey, so there you go. There you go, my friend. And a 6-point lead is a fart. And I made that analogy where we had a 6-point lead. Wahaha. Now it's a 2-point lead. 2 points. Untrustable. Untrustworthy. If I may make up a word, I'll ask Dr. Seymour Butts if that's a word. Untrustable. But you know what I'm saying? Now they're being called out because Shane told them we won't be top by Christmas. Oh, shit. Shane Gooner told them we may not be top of this Premier League by Christmas. Shit, we could not be top of this Premier League this Sunday. Who's to blame? These men were declaring the league over in October. Hooks. Is he being held to account? I'm typically I only see Hooks on Never a Foul because I don't really have time to consume his content. But I'm sure someone in here actually watches his content. Is he being held to account for the fuckery that he's been saying when we were winning games? That 8-match unbeaten run, weren't conceding and all this shit when the league was over. Is he being held to account? We're calling for Boy 10 and we're calling for Nems in that. We're calling for Boy 10 for he was giving us quad talk. Are them men being held accountable for the shit that they were putting out in the atmosphere? Don't know. Big up to Godfrey. Hope you're good, my G. Did you see Ornstein news that Maresca is on City's list to replace Pep if he leaves before the contract runs out? So it was interesting to see. I think it was Never a Foul that I was watching, and LB and the rest of them were discussing this. And LB said he had Maresca about 4th or 5th down the list. I think Maresca is a good manager. He does make good decisions, but he does craziness. And I was asked, someone messaged me and asked me, would you take Maresca as manager? And I said, yes, but. And here's the but. I would like to know whose decision it was to sell Madueke and sign Garnacho. If that was a club decision that went over his head and he had nothing to do with it, couldn't override it, okay. But if he, as the manager, actually made that decision, brother, I'm questioning you in your judgment. Because that's a side pass at best, a back pass, if you ask me. Oh, my days. We live in a world where drama sells way more than just some host allows it to happen, knowing it's going to drive more views than a common sense conversation, sadly. And that's true. And that's true, man. The crazy thing is they're arguing over a club at the moment that doesn't care about the fans anyway, in my opinion. Imagine that, Ross. Yeah. Imagine winning to get your face beat in for Mikel Arteta and Arsenal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some men deserve to get punched up, by the way, but still. Big up to the Waffle Don, man. Yeah. Out of sorts, out of stream. I'll catch up on everybody's content when I'm on the road driving up, because I'm doing some more driving today. I got about 6-7 hours of driving today after I get off here. So I have lots of content to listen to find out, get the latest news and reviews on what's going on. Stricto will be like the dudes who tried to run up on Saeed in the car park, but leg it when he stood on business. I haven't even seen that, but I heard about it. And Saeed has to make sure now that, like, Saeed, brother, you're an influencer, a massive influencer. This goes sideways and everyone will turn around and try to blame it on you being the aggressor and all this stuff. But yeah, big up to Saeed if he stood on business there. Aguna Matata, big up to you, my bro. Appreciate you checking in. Please like the stream if you haven't already. Please do so. Greatly helps. Big up, man. We in a bad place no matter what. Big up to BX Gunner. So you're big up to you, bro. We're in the same state, my G. Yeah, I'm down in Fayetteville and you're in Charlotte, but big you up. Maybe we'll catch up next time. But if Havertz was our top goal scorer in the league on 9 goals, that would be good enough for Arteta. I don't know. I think if he was the leading goal scorer for us, putting up numbers that he should be putting up, there would be more distance between us and City, because then we wouldn't have lost to Villa, and we wouldn't have drawn to City. We wouldn't have been drawing to Sunderland and shit like that. Big up, man. Not yet. It's too early. It's too early, man. But there's some good Jamaican restaurants here that I used to eat at long before, because I got roots here, man. I was here in 2001, in North Carolina before a lot of this stuff was built. So it's good to see the turnover now. Banned at each other already again. You know it. Because the thing is, Aguna, the man them that was declaring the league title over in October after match week 9 had a lot to say. They called us everything but our names when we said keep your feet on the ground. Now it's starting to unravel, because when I ask them, when they tell me about this magical 18-game run that we went on, why are you losing your heads? We've only lost 1 game in our previous 18 in all comps. And I'm saying, I asked them this logical question. If this 18-game run was so good, how come Man City are closer to us now than they were 18 games ago? And they can't answer, because they know it's a false sense of security. It's not real, right? So now that it's unraveling, they're trying to redirect the conversation into something that it wasn't. Rasmus wasn't also missing clear-cut chances, but you could see he brings nothing to the team. But he goes to Napoli and he's playing well. Something's off here, right? Isn't that just the league? Is that Premier League tax? Because we've seen Lukaku go to that same league and ban. Matter of fact, yeah, he left went to that league, banged, and got sold for 100 million. Flopped in the Prem, went back to that league and banged. So it must be. We're supposed to be a community where you like each other's opinions or not. Facts, Aguna Matata. But the problem is when we are right about something, we keep it on the issue. When they are wrong about something, they say, do you want to fight? Why? Why can't they leave it strictly to football? Because when it comes to football, it's black and white. It's not all this context is where they apply. Context is only beneficial to them. If you ask him a straight up question, if he doesn't win anything this year, should he go? They want to apply context. A whole bunch of context. So much context that the context turns into an excuse. Turns into excuses, plural. But it's always them. I've never seen Lee gonna say, hey, let's go outside and fight. Obviously, Lee's a stick with eyes. You know what I'm saying? But let's make no mistake about it. There are people who want Lee Gunner canceled. They want him off the internet. They want Lee Gunner canceled. They want Northside silenced. They want Aaron. They want Shane Gounder. They want all them men silenced. You've never heard any of them men try to censor anybody on the other side. You've never heard any of us say, take AFTV off the air. They're the flagship of the fan base. They're the one who Sky Sports call when they want to feel the pulse of the fan base. But they're actively out here signing petitions and all this shit to people who have different opinions from them. You've never heard anyone over here say to them, you're not a real fan. You've never heard any of them say anything about, but you see Positive Dan will clip up me and Jez and all these other men on the Bruce Banana angle and say, we're a disgrace. We're not fit enough to wear the shirt. Someone who's been supporting the club for 57 years is not fit enough to wear the shirt because they don't like Arteta. You see, they can't have a legitimate conversation without any kind of belligerent discourse of disagreeability. It has to be nasty to the point where it's, let's fight. No, let's have the discussion about the football. Big up to God. Hey, my New York Knicks. Talk about it. That's what I would have been talking about that all day yesterday, but I just didn't have the time. The NBA Wednesdays would have been lit yesterday, celebrating me. I'm an NBA Cup champion, New York Knicks. One of two NBA teams. Well, one of three. One of three NBA teams to have an NBA title and an NBA Cup. The other two, the Lakers and the Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah, imagine that. Social. Say anti-Yucharist lot. There are just Sesco lovers, people in love with tall players. The rest are just used to false nine and blindly following Mikel's system. The coach knows better type. Yeah, we have eyes in it. Where is boy Ted? You catch him on Daily Waffle tomorrow. You can catch him over by Waffle Don. He'll be over there. He's always there. So yeah, you can. We put 4 past Everton. I will bet money on it. He'll be here. Do you believe? Do you guys believe? Especially if City somehow find a way to shit the bed versus West Ham and they drop points and then we punch up Everton, he'll be back. But we're ready for him. That's not a call out. A call is win nothing again. Who's getting us there? We'd be out there if we win 100%. We'd be out there, bro. Best, hardest working, puts the work in, man. BBK, I saw that our 9 out of 10 league games were in games where we dropped points last season. I saw that graphic as well. Because earlier on in the season, when we were dropping points, when the point count that we dropped was 7, it's up to 12 now. It was 7. The narrative was being ran by them was these games that we dropped points in last season, we're picking up points this season. And they referenced The Fulham game, they referenced St. James's Park, and they referenced Man United away. All games we dropped points, and this year we won, right? We won. But they conveniently forget that the past 3 seasons we went to Anfield and picked up a point. This year, we got nil. Last year at home versus Man City, we picked up all 3. This year, we dropped 2. They leave that part out. It's the convenient stat pattern and the narrative. But we're here to call it out, Mr. Pads. We're here for it. Pass the chat negative. If they call it negative, we call it reality. You won't see the best out of Gyok simply because Arteta don't want him. He's just waiting to Havertz to fit in again. Facts. And I say the same thing about Eze as well. YouTube and a mic can give people annoying energy of subscribers, and views have killed our club's history. Rival cinema, big problem in our fan base. Leave the 62-year-old alone. You know what I'm saying? That is, haven't gotten there yet, man. I'm on the East Coast, but I'll be in New York Friday morning. What's today? Fucking man. What's today? Today's Thursday, yeah? Yeah, so I'll be in New York tomorrow. Christmas is a week from today, so yeah, I have time to get all my gifts together. But big you up, Guna SE. I still say we win a cup. It's not just the big 2. Is that enough for you for him to stay? Because it is for me. I've said that. Faces out there, it's cool. Now, if we win this Carabao, our run would have been Port Vale, Brighton, Palace, Chelsea, City, or Newcastle, right? Man City or the current holders of the EFL Cup. That's a wicked run. Those are difficult fixtures that you can, some of these fixtures are projected to be more difficult than PSV away when we beat, Champions League fixtures. But Palace is a massive test. I see people already looking past Palace. I'm sitting for the Palace game next Thursday, and if it wasn't for Palace in the Conference League, we would have been playing that. We would have known. That picture would have been played yesterday, but Palace played today in the Conference League. But I'm not looking past Palace at all. But I want to win this cup so bad to give this bunch a lift because they need something, especially seeing over a magical 18-game run that they're pedaling to see our 7-point lead turn into 2. And at kickoff, we could no longer be at top of the league. I'm driving. I'm going to be up there for a while, so I got me a rental car and I'm driving. Chelsea management do transfers, not the coaches. They had to sell a winger, Madueke. And anyway, Esteban was coming in. They still have Quenda coming in, had to make room. But then they went and signed Gittins and shit. So I was just thinking, hey, they signed Gittins and Garnacho. So they replaced Madueke and they brought in 2 additional wingers. So you sell, if you need to make room, you sell one and you bring in one. But they sold one and brought in 2. Didn't, yeah. He's on the other side. Plus, Matt is busy, man. But, there's a reverse part of this trip that all that stuff can happen. But big up. He's had chances. Then again, he's not had enough chances. Okay, I hear it. Year-on-year attackers numbers are going down, and we wonder why we draw games. We are in trouble. Big trouble. The Conte tax. Antonio. KP told me he wouldn't have Conte at Arsenal. He said Conte is washed. I was like, man is the current champion of Italy. Man is current champ of Serie A. Inter, man, he said he's washed. Imagine a serial winner like Conte is considered washed, but Super Mick. I don't even want to go down that road. Us Liverpool fans were in a civil war over slot in or out, yet it never reached the levels of drama that Arsenal fans get into, where it turns into personal insults. The football talk gets sidetracked. Big up, man. That is 100% true. Start calling people out. He must. But the thing is, like, you call people out, and man can't accept it. Let's fight. Let's fight. No, we're gonna keep it football. I'm gonna challenge your shit footballing takes. The solution to me challenging your shit footballing takes is not to come fight me. It's to make better takes or explain what you're saying. Or don't. But let's fight. I need to see you. What you need to see me for? But I'm gonna love, man. Now go see your wife, bro. Go see your kids. Go see my chick. I want to see this chick that I'm trying to get up on. I want to see you for. Friday protests. Ask them whatever they choose. If it don't happen, what they want, we doing it. What we doing about it? Yeah, I hear you, man. Them Teta in say they scared of the truth. And I get it. The truth can be difficult to hear. You know, at one point when I just started listening to YouTube content, I was like, man, this Northside, this Lee Gunner guys, what's man on? Well, the more you listen, you realize that people are more offended by the delivery than the actual message. It's like when Kevin Samuel was on the internet talking about relationships. Everything that he was saying was damn near true, backed up by data, statistics, and all that shit. But people just didn't like the way he was talking. How can you talk to women that way? Calling them fat. Bitch, you're 300 pounds. You're fat. You know, you're not curvy. You're not voluptuous. Too big. But people weren't used to that type of stuff. The delivery, you shoot the messenger. That's the tone police. Well, I don't like how you said that. It's not what you're saying. It's how you're saying it. Shut the fuck up. Christian is another plant like Julian. Fake as fuck. Implanted by someone else. But that's what gets you on the channel, bro. That's what gets you on the channel to sit with the big boys and get you a sponsored trip to Singapore.
There is not currently a better manager in world football than Mikel Arteta.
What else could prompt you to say that stupid shit? What else? Other than you're selling your soul or you're reaching for something. Because he doesn't believe that. So how much are you being paid to go and camera and lie? Because no one in the world, Mikel Arteta himself doesn't believe he's the best manager in the world. So why do you? On what merit? On what metric? On what rubric are you using? Is Pep Guardiola coaching in the NBA or something? Wahaha. Did Pep Guardiola take over for Steve Kerr and didn't tell anyone? Or for Joe Mazzulla in Boston? I seen him at a Boston game after Boston won the chip doing coaching. Did that happen? Mons has recently done one fan versus 20 fan videos. I can't see the likes of Miguel or Stricto putting themselves in that position, as they know they'll absolutely be ridiculed on their take. But Monster, the thing is, Mons actually knows football because he's played it. Not saying that only people who played football know the game, but it helps. Mons actually knows football. He does his YouTube thing. Big up to 31 of you locked in. Legends, please hit the like button so I won't repeat it. But love, appreciate you checking into the BBK Digest. Yeah? Love. But Mons actually knows football. When the banter aside and he's talking football, he knows his shit. I've never heard Egal make a footballing take about football and tactics and strategy and positioning and shit like that and formations, like the game. His shit is just lies and bullshit stats and fake history about Van Persie in our academy, and it's documented. Like, you can just go pick one of the Bruised Bananas. Shane Guna used to do a show called The Weekend Roast. Go watch any one of those where he has the receipts and calls these men out daily. Big up to the legend that's Darren. Honors and respect, my brother. Travel time, travel streams. You know, big up. I'm surprised the Knicks won't hang up a banner. Respect it, but I'm surprised that we've been starved. But respect, and I'm glad they didn't tear the city up. You know, we made more noise getting to the conference finals than we did for actually winning a cup. Big up Aguna Machado, man. Appreciate you checking in, my guy. Always respect what you got to say. Mr. Pat said, BBK, I'm not expecting us to snatch Everton's change. If we beat them convincingly, I'll be pleasantly surprised. Moise will make it difficult for us. You know, the seasoned managers, the Unai Emerys, you know, the Moises typically give him trouble. So we'll see. But he will have a problem to solve at Merseyside this weekend. And do we trust him to solve it? Not so sure. When you see the final four with City, Chelsea, and Newcastle, how do you feel? I was positive before, but due to the awakening of City, I feel different. I'm honestly hoping Newcastle knock them out. I do hope, it's the London teams that are tripping over each other, right? 3 London clubs left on one side and the 2 clubs from up north on one side. So yeah, it will be a London club versus a northern club, yeah. But like I said, I can't even look at one of those until we get past Palace, because I cannot sit here with hand on heart say I think we get past Palace. Oliver Glasner, tactical masterclass. Oliver Glasner last year beat City in the final. They had a tough run to get there, and we beat Glasner in the league. Now we have another crack at it. The odds, may not be entirely on Palace's favor, but it's a game that I think they will take seriously. And like Social Jones always says, it's not Arsenal versus whoever. It's Mikel versus Arsenal. So I'm not on next Tuesday we play the 23rd. Then I will, I'll look at City and Newcastle should we get past Palace. But right now it's Palace. And it's a tough one. Big up to Ross and them, man. Big up to my gentleman's drag partner. Hope you are good, my bro. Garnacho has infinite more goals on the left wing for Chelsea than Nani. Yeah, but Gittins, they brought in 2 was the point I'm making. But we all know that Nani is shit on the left. We knew that. Some more dappings going on. Someone tell any Arsenal fan just one. If you win the quadruple, super chat them £30. From no trophy to a quadruple is nasty work, Something that's never been done before. From where we are to doing something that's never been done before. It's unprecedented. Now, my point of view was simple. No fan base, no sensible person should be talking about quad until the EFL Cup is won. Till you win it. So in February, when Man City or Arsenal or Newcastle holds up the League Cup, they can say we're on for the quad because we have the one of the 4. But until then, be quiet. What does it? It's just that's not chess. That's not optimism. That's just pure delusion. Unfortunately, our fan base, over half of them exude adolescent behavior. It doesn't have to go to that level. Let's fight. Some Mortal Kombat. Fight him. Come on, man. Backs want to fight. Stricto go fight MMA or something. Man, always talking about catch me outside. I'm telling you, bro, he's gonna fight his match one day. Yes, man. Curtis Shaw raid. Really? Untouchables 96. That's a wicked name, That's a wicked name. I like that. Untouchables 72-10. But Curtis Shaw raid. There ain't no way in hell Curtis Shaw raiding my channel. Ain't no way in hell. Facts. The truth hurts. So does 20 years deep. Blessed love. Blessed love from the doc. Doc checking in. Manners and respect. When Chelsea have 2 Champions Leagues in that time. Big up, man. Was there really? So I don't have my monitor that at home in my studio setup, so I can't see the chat room, right? So, but I can't see if any Raiders came in because that will only pop up in the YouTube studio, not in the StreamYard, and I'd have to close this window to go into StreamYard, to go into YouTube itself to see how many people are watching. No, I can see how many people are watching, but I can't see the Raiders or the analytics or anything like that. But that would be dope, though. But I have not. There's no way in hell Curtis Shaw don't even know who I am, bruv. And he don't really do that type of stuff. Big C is more like a lone wolf. You know, he doesn't really do panel shows and stuff like that. He's in his own lane like TJ. Me own a lane, so no boy can't style me. But big him up. Big up to DG too. Hope you're good. More dappins. Him and the doc is in the house. Mr. Pastor, do you remember when Tyson fought Mitchell Green and blocked him out the middle of the street? I expect Knicks fans to go into similar madness if you win the chip. Brother, if we get to the finals, you see Madden. Did you see us last year when we got past the Sixers? Bro, we were climbing stop sign. I say we because I can't separate myself from this bunch because I would be doing the same shit. The NYPD they were letting us vandalize the city. So if we get to the NBA finals, bro, if we get, the Knicks will say no, we won't hang the NBA cup, but they'll hang the Eastern Conference banner if we get to the NBA finals. If we get to the NBA finals and we get anybody other than the Oklahoma City Thunder, I think we'll win it. I'm saying that. But we can't beat them. We cannot. If the Nuggets get there, I think we can win it. If Wemby and them get there, I think we can win it. If the Lakers get there, I think we can win it. Even the Warriors. But I do not think we can beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. Them boys, we'll get steamrolled. We'll get swept. The edit Shane had this morning of Nick something was funny. Got to see it. Yeah, man. You know, I'm driving up the East Coast later on today. I'm gonna check. The bruised banana, the intervention. I did get some of the intervention reviews this morning still. And then I think Waffle Don streamed earlier as well. So I think he reacted to the Stricto video with Northside. So yeah, I don't even need any music in the car today. You know, it's just all content. So whoever in here that does content, if you're going live between now and 8 hours from now, I will be tuned in. Maybe a silent listener because I won't be able to drive and type. But big up to Gary from Don't Waste the Trip. Guna Matata bringing you up. Big up, Gary. Link me, Gary. I'll be driving through Jersey tomorrow, so link me. Big up to African King. We did our job. Next week, you better do yours for the big semifinal. Big up BBK and all the chat. And it will be massive, innit? It will be massive. You know, London Derby, home and the Prem wants that. We need that. We'll see Chelsea Dan back over here. It's mad. Big up, man. Doc says we also got eucalyptus, jasmine, lavender, and mint. What the fuck? Doc, let me take a sip of my coffee when I read Doc's comments, you know. See, Dr. Bus, do you type this shit or do you do the text to talk thing? Because I can't even spell some of these words, you know. Big up, kid, man. Big up, King. Big up to Ethan Tretton, Positive Dan calling out Lee Gunner now. That's what they do, you know. They'll stand on his shoulders. They say everything about him. They'll talk about his delivery and all this stuff. But come April, May, he is always right. Big up to Ethan. Appreciate you checking in, my bro. People, we got 32 locked in. Make sure that we are hitting likes. Make sure that we are subscribing to the channel. You know, I don't do the road to such and such. We will get there whenever we get there. But big up. But calling out Lee Gunner for what? For holding the club to account. Now, people, if you are a positive person, I know you can hear, I don't even want to call it negativity, but it's reality with a strong tone. There is a reason why we haven't won shit for 20 years, man. Or what haven't won the league for 20 years. It's because of this. It's because of this damn snowflake mentality that everything has to be polished and said nicely. What are we doing? I don't want to see the worry. I do want to see a 37-year-old Steph. This is not prime Steph. No disrespect. Steph sits at the GOAT table. But I threw the Warriors in there out of respect because I think they can get there. I'm saying I don't think we can beat the Thunder. Against the Warriors, we have a chance. Against the Nuggets, against the Timberwolves, against the Lakers, we have a chance. But we have no chance. None against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Zero. We will get swept. If we won a game in that series, I'd be surprised. I need brother. We'll be tearing the city up. I want that, right? I want the NBA Cup. I want the league title, and I want the NBA title. It'd be a massive summer for me. And I need the Reggae Boys to win a game in the World Cup. But first, they have to get here. Every channel you have all new subs. No worries. Big up to Aguna Matata, man. Remember when Kerry said you don't want to see us next year, and the next year beat Boston for the title? He is ruthless. Yeah, but that was a 34-year-old Steph. You know how many screens he had to run off between then and now. Yeah. Hey, this right here. I said the word. Oh my days. Man, we are not beating them, man. Shit. Proctology gloves for favors, BBK. That's the doc. Hey, okay. Fucking see more points, you know. Positive creatine tickles. He can't call anyone out. Yeah, because the cheek of him, right, to call someone out. Well, we have clips of him saying we would do the invincible going into the season. When we have clips of him saying we've been in existence for 200 years. How many years is that, Rob? 200 years. Under what manager have we scored the most goals? Mikel Arteta. Under what managers are we fucked away too many league titles? Mikel Arteta. Because he is one of the people that's running the. Last time we finished second. We won the league the 4th year, which is a crazy comparison to me, and it doesn't hold any water. Because one, the manager in charge of that second team was already a Premier League winner. So Wenger had already known what it takes to get over the line in 1998, a cup double on Fergie's head. So, and we had world-class players in that 2002 team. Where's the Thierry Henry in this team? Where's the Bergkamp in this team? Where's the Patrick? So it's the deadest comparison that they can use, but they can still run it. Again, copium. Yeah, so, yeah. He can't call anyone out. He has the most delusional ticks. Man is trying to out-egal to the point where that Korean brother that I just played about, talking about Mikel, makes Positive Dan looks like Northside. That's what I'm saying. See, and these men, their channels grow faster than all of ours. So there are more Delulu fans than all of us. You know, Plankton Plank. Your Knicks can beat the Wizards. We go into the shift. Oh my days, man. That's a good one. Timberwolves lost to the Grizzlies yesterday. Don't include that. So they have the superstar, you know. They have superstar Ant-Man. They're a playoff team, a perennial playoff team. They will be there or thereabouts. And you can go on a run. So anyone but them. You need the Greek Freak to have a chance against it. Yeah, we have no chance against them as currently constructed. That's why I was head over heels when Wemby knocked them out the NBA Cup, because then I knew we would win it. That's what I'm saying, Mikel. I said on the last stream that I did in my New York Knicks year, let's get us to a final. This is what happens. Because the Thunder could have beaten, the Spurs could have beaten us. Wemby had a big game, they could have beaten us. But you get to the final and you let the chips fall where they're made. The cup fell in our hands. And now you're a part of history. The third holders of it. If the Knicks win it and Arsenal win the league and Jamaica qualify for the World Cup, it would have brought celebrations galore, man. So, check the NBA Cup. Mikel, give me something. Give me something. Give me a domestic cup double. Give me a Premier League or a Champions League. Give me something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was a good one. That was the heartiest laugh after I ever heard of Wizards. Got to go all the way back to the Bullets, to the Washington Bullets. Eras, brother, the league will be complete madness that day. And ladies and gentlemen, I haven't seen her in forever, but my God, isn't she lovely? Isn't she? Anyone want to guess who I'm talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, our beloved Claire Bear is back at it. Claire, we've missed you a lot, but damn, I wasn't expecting this. I was driving, yesterday, and you were, hey, don't do that shit today. Do not do the 60, 70. Claire? I'm warning you, Claire. Warning you, Claire. Do not. The Claire Bear strikes again and drops 20 memberships on the channel. Oh my days. I don't have the setup like views where the hearts jump on the screen, but love for Claire. Let's not forget the one plum who wants babies with Arteta. Oh, Jesus Christ. W's in the chat. W's Claire with the bomba. Yeah, right? It's Oprah Winfrey. Oh, wait, it's Claire. W's for Claire. Big up to Terrell. Hope you're good, my G. Yeah, and like I said, I'm not at home. I don't have my YouTube studio monitor set up, so I can't see who received them. But you will get a notification saying that Claire gifted you. Make sure that we are thanking Claire. Manners is free, like my brother View says all the time. Big up, man. Big up to Tony. Did I miss the chat from Tony? Or is that meant for Terrell? Big up to Shell the Don. Appreciate you checking in, my bro. Hey, some of those spares, it's mad, you know. Did I miss the Tony from Hammers TV in the chat? Did I? Did Tony become a victim of the Claire Bear that I got lost track of the chat? Tony, if you're in here, I can't see you with my damn StreamYard studio for some reason. And for that, I apologize. My God. My guy, big you up. Big up to Hannah as well. Okay. We move. PFC got one on his birthday. Hey, mad. Big up to Claire, man. Massive thanks to Claire. Okay, gotcha. Big up. Now, one more thing I wanted to talk about before I get out of here, people, is that we hear the discourse about Martin Odegaard and how when he got back, he was supposed to lift us and this and that. And ironically, we've had the best run of form without him. We can't ignore that fact. The best run of form that allowed men like Halftime Hooks and all the positive people to declare the title race over in October. We did all that with Odegaard being out. These are the facts of the situation. These are the facts that get people offended. But I'm not making this up. He was out and we were winning. And he's come back and we've been dropping points, especially away. We can't just ignore facts, especially when they don't suit us. The conversation has to happen, and it has to be honest. So let's keep it honest. Now, people, I can ask the question. You've heard the conversation. We outgrew Zinchenko. We signed him. We're trying to get into the top four. He was a top four signing. We outgrew Jesus. We signed him when we were trying to push for the top four. Now we're trying to push off for the league and the Champions League. We need to take it a step further. Is it a possibility that we may have outgrew our captain? I'm asking the question. I'm not trying to lead anyone in any direction. I'm asking the same question. Like, he is not immune to questions and criticisms. Are we in a position where we're better off without him? Because our best run of form came while he was out. Have we outgrown Martin Odegaard, people? Because I think we have. But I don't want to, when I ask the question, I don't like to put my opinion out there. First, I like to hear what the chat has to say. Because it's an uncomfortable conversation to have. And not everyone likes uncomfortable conversations. You know, you got some people who just like for shit to be sugarcoated all the time. Big up to Hanno. Another 6 membership gifted. Let people make sure that we go subscribe to Hanno as well. Resident Chelsea fan, Chelsea ambassador, does great content, works with the Waffle Don, my brother, quite often. So you can catch him over there many a times. But the doc says, much to our charge, and we keep talking about Odegaard and the return of the pack mule with 4 right hoofs. Yeah, man, big up, Hannah. Y'all heard me warn her, right? Y'all heard me say to Claire, don't do it. Sweet baby Jesus.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Sweet baby Jesus of Nazareth. My God. Claire gifted more memberships to the channel, y'all. I can't with Claire. I can't. Claire. It's just... But someone who gets on the internet and talk, I'm made of words. And I'm out of them. Can't. Sheldon said, long time. Why is this so difficult for the fan base to accept? Because it's not limited to Odegaard. We outgrew Zinchenko. We outgrew Jesus. We outgrew Odegaard. God damn it, we may have outgrown Arteta. Why is that so difficult? Are they above reproach? Are these men, are they so big in football that we don't think we can outgrow and move past them? Because I do believe that this team, this crop of players, have another level to go. But I don't think he is the guy to take us to that next level. And for us to see that level. And that level might include Ethan as a regular starter in this team, which everyone in the fan base wants to see. Because no one sings he's one of our own more than the top gooners. He's one of our own. He's one of our own. But the manager doesn't play him. And no one asks the question, what's the why? Odegaard is for Arsenal like Nancy is for Liverpool. Cursing on the team. Yeah. The proof is in the pudding, like they say. Possibility. It definitely happened. But why is this so unaccepting of the masses? Why is this a controversial topic? What's the why? Is it another emotional attachment because they like him? Because he smiles a lot, flicks his hair, and comes out after the wins, and only after the wins. Seldomly comes out after we get fist up. Everyone said the game went up a notch at home against Leeds and Forest when he got injured. Not saying I'm happy he got injured. But when Ethan came on, the intensity of the game went up. Everyone said it universally. Don't raid me with bots. I am good. Oh, man. Big up to Claire again. The Duchess. The Duchess. Oh, yeah. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. That's her. That is her. W's for Claire. Claire, we hope that you are doing well with your, you know what, don't like to put your business out there, but we hope that you are doing well and that thing is going in the right direction. Ultimately, if we had Arteta's success rate in our jobs, we are getting sacked. Why is it so different? For him, we all play tax. Truer words has never been spoken. W's for Hanno. They can't accept that Saka is declining too. Too much sentiment. And there's a reason why we're not. If we're the only fan base that isn't winning, we may need to be doing something different in it. And one of the things that we need to start doing different is stop getting emotionally attached to these fucking players. So remember the hey Saliba when Real Madrid links, and people are like, oh, Real Madrid is coming for Saliba. Okay, let him come for him. Yeah. We've seen Thierry Henry leave our club. We've seen Ashley Cole leave our club. We somehow survived it. So no emotional attachment. They'll come for him. Okay, they'll come for him and they'll come with £100 million. Okay, and there are other footballers in the world. You go get another one. The show goes on. Arteta with his inverted nipples. Oh my days! This needs to be investigated. 20, unfortunate. 30, catastrophic. 100, negligence. 100, rather. That's too, needs to be investigated. There needs to be an independent commission that should investigate the training activities, the nutrition, whatever that goes on at Arsenal. That is crazy. Big up to the bro. Big up to the broski. Saka is, but Arteta killed him, and is the full truth. Big up. But AJ, keep it for 3 minutes. Let it sink in. 100%. Give it to him. He's earned. Okay. I'm of the opinion that Clear doesn't listen to shit. Claire don't listen to shit. Listen, Claire is that person where you tell, hey, don't look down. Claire is that person you tell, don't push that button. This button? The one that said do not push. God. Oh, my days. She went for the 3P. Hey, yeah. Big up, Magena. Ramba Kanamba. Show us on the road, my brother. Drive go up in New York for the Christmas. But I'm halfway through the journey right now. I'm getting the streaming, but before I get up out of here, but this damn Clear just hijacking the streaming memberships. Clear. That's for the first one. That's for the second one. That's for the third one. And let that be the last one. Need to get up out of here before Clear does my head in, yeah? Odegaard is a merch model right now. He is nowhere near his best, but gets some game time over Ethan is shocking. We know how this ends with the likes of him and Havertz. We know how it ends, and it doesn't end well. Correct our mistakes. Control our controllables. You can't control what these men go on the pitch and do, but you can control who starts, Mikhail. Let him sit for a bit. Like, he sat his ass down and watched the team won 8 in a row, 8 clean sheets and all this shit without him. And then he comes back all of a sudden where conceding goes all over the place. Not that I'm blaming him for that. But his name is attached to it. That's what comes with being the leader. That comes with being the captain. Right? When I'm in charge, I get put charge in 87 troops in my command. Whatever they do in their off time reflects on me, because whenever they go fuck up, they go get. Whenever they go out and get DUIs, it's a soldier in your formation, chief. It's not Private Johnson, or it's not Private Claire Olise that went out and did some stupid shit. It's one of the soldiers in your command, Chief Chambers. So we're going to hold you accountable. As I'm trying to be accountable, Claire comes through with it. Jesus Christ. Hey, listen, breaking news, people. Breaking news. Claire gives more membership. It's hardly breaking news. But it is news nonetheless. 20, 10, 10, 10. Oh my God. And another 5. Lost count. Oh, Jesus. I'm telling you, you tell her to look down. Tell her don't do something. Just whenever you see Claire, just leave Claire the fuck alone. Right? Just let her be. You can't tell her nothing. Did I just see Uncle Views in the chat? Realist. The realist. My G. You know what it is. What is understood doesn't need to be said. My brother. Realist in the game. Big him up. Every day of the week. Twice on Thursdays. Claire. She did the boy Tendio. The quad mother. Hey, look at this. See? Monster. This is why I challenge you to do the E-Ross intro for the next stream. And after you, it'll be Wahaha. And then we'll rotate to the doc. Right? So that's the rotation. If all you men are in the stream, the next time E-Ross checks into the stream, Monster, Wahaha, or the doc has the intro before I drop the music. Yeah, that's how you alert me. Yes. Bomba clot. I don't know, clear. Generous, and then you have generous, and then there's clear. Big up to Hendo. Manners and respect. Rainy here in London, bro. Got some lovely weather here on the East Coast. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna get shitty as I head north, but it is. I need to. Until I see Gyok being treated like a part of the team and not like the new guy, I have no ratings for a few of his teammates, namely Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard, and of course Mata. Now, the game where Saka scored, forgot the game he scored. He scored when the keeper hit it and it fell into the net when he should have passed to Gyok. Or Gyok was right next to him after making that run down the pitch. Views, big up to Views. Views text me and said, should he have passed to Gyok? And I didn't even clock. I had to go back and watch it. And I realized that the run that Gyökeres had made for that, he should have passed the damn ball, even though he scored. When the keeper's hand hit the ball, I know his heart went into his mouth. Because he knew himself he should have passed. Because in the event that Gyökeres did not make that run, and he cut the ball back with two defenders on him, he would have been looking at Gyökeres like, why didn't you make the run for you? The supporting run for me to pass. And he took that shot. I forgot the game, but it was a recent game where Saka scored. But, brother, listen, I'm going to have to do a members only stream from New York. Facts. I'm going to have to. I'm going to must. Counting the drops like Steph, counting 3-pointers went 3 + 1. Yeah, that's Steph. She's making it look effortless. Control the controllables. How much kibble Win and 29 gets per day? Oh, my days. Hey, fucking clear, man. Jesus Christ. I'm out of words. Woo! There. You're the GOAT. There's the GOAT. See that? Brother. That's one more time. They will copyright me for Stevie. But if there's any one person, deserve some damn copyright strikes over. It's fucking clear. Then if I stop it and I pause for 2 seconds and I play the rest, they'll let me get away with it. But I play it straight through and I am fucked. So they're just, we don't believe you until I lock off the damn stream. Fucking clear, man. Pass the ball. Odegaard, I beg. Pass the ball. Now, if Gyökeres had, I wish the camera had zoomed in on him so he could say, "You pass the ball, motherfucker." Like he, as a striker, that must have ate him up. Ate him the hell up. Bro, it's clear what they're doing. And then the piece of shit Arteta is okay with it. Now, the only way he could be accounted okay with it is if we were winning the games and everyone else was scoring, but we're not. And come weekend, we could not be top. And that's no dig. Legitimate possibility we could not be top. And once it starts, because the Sharks smell blood. We know it. You see that man yesterday. They weren't trying to have no dip in form. Barcelona sextuple pales in contrast to Claire's membership sextuple. She's on smoke today. She was on smoke yesterday on Views on Sport. And, and it's just more smoke. Claire listen, it's a clear day. It's just one of them clear days, isn't it? It's just one of those clear days. and it's just it is what it is. That Odegaard clip where he doesn't pass the ball, brother. He gave him so many options. He was okay. The path is there. It opens. He looks back. Oh, he still ain't passing. Maybe he wants me to go here. Okay, options comes down past. It was if there were evidence in the light of evidence. People, hour and a half, over hour and a half. I'm going to love and leave you. Yeah, I am on the East Coast until January 5th, 6th, around there. It's love. My times. I'm only 5 hours behind the UK now. At home, I'm 8 hours behind. I'm 5 hours behind. So my stream might overlap with some of the bandem because I'm not going to be in bed at 10 a.m. in New York. That's when I usually stream on the West Coast. It's 7 a.m. I usually get up and stream. I'm not going to be in bed until then. I will be up. So my streams might overlap with some of you guys. I apologize from now, but I will find time to get some work in. But big up to every single one of you. Too many to name, but today's sponsor of the show is no other. It's Claire. It's the Claire Bear. Big up to Views, but it's Claire, and we love Claire, and that's what it is. I'm gonna leave it there, people. Like I always say, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.
Play the motherfucker.